Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mark here with Warrior Tripods, and today we are taking a look at our brand new tripod, the Scout. The Scout was designed as kind of a multi-purpose tripod. I had guys that were trying to find a way to elevate their collars up out of the grass. I had guys that were backpacking that said, hey, I just need a little bit of support for my binos or my spotting scope. We've even had guys hook their LabRadars up to this, and as they're sitting on the range, you know, they have this set up with the LabRadar, and they're sitting over here shooting. So like I said, just kind of a multi-purpose tripod. And later in this video, I'm going to get into just exactly how you're going to attach it to these different accessories. But first, let's hop into the specs. All right, guys, so taking a look at the Scout tripod, whenever the tripod is completely collapsed like here, you guys are looking at 21 inches. So from here to here, you're looking at 21 inches. Whenever the legs are extended out from the ground to the top of the tripod, you guys are looking at 19 and a half inches. And then whenever we extend out these legs all the way out, you're looking at 31 and a half inches. Okay, so another important thing, we try to keep a fairly wide footprint on our tripods. So the footprint, so from one leg to the other, whenever it is extended out and it's full, it's 24 inches. And then whenever you have these legs sucked in all the way, the footprint from here to here is going to be 14 inches. The weight on this tripod, guys, this thing is super light, super compact. It only weighs 2 pounds. So you're only 2 pounds there. It's very well balanced. The specs on the ball head. So this is just a small kind of multi-purpose ball head. This isn't designed to take, you know, massive weight by means, but we have tested it, and actually is handling the weight just fine, and I'll show you guys that later on in this video whenever we attach a gun to it. But this is, like I said, this is a 30 millimeter ball head. The stud, so if you take the ball head off, the stud on the top right here is a 3/8 by 16 thread, and that's the standard thread. So if you guys have a different ball head you want to put on it, by all means you can do that. But while we are talking about this ball head, once you guys spin your ball head on, we did design a Allen head screw that screws up and can secure the ball head so it won't want to spin off on you. The legs on this tripod, guys, you're looking at 22 millimeter legs. So we don't have big old fat nasty legs on this thing, but it is extremely sturdy. So with that, guys, now let's hop into the actual uses of the Scout. The Scout is going to come with one Arca Plate, and we are going to have extra of those available, or if you have some, it's just a standard Arca. And what this has is this has a screw in the bottom of it where you can screw it into your accessories. Now we'll take a look at this Fox Pro X24. So what you can do is you can screw this plate into the bottom, and most of the accessories you guys are going to find already have an attachment anchor there where you can screw into them. So what I would do personally is I would suggest getting enough plates to go to all your accessories, screw them on, and forget about it. But once you guys have that on there, pretty simple, guys. We have a very simple locking system here. We wanted to keep this very simple. We didn't want to do quick detach on this one. We wanted to just do a very few amount of knobs. So what you guys are going to do is just click that into there, give this knob a tighten, and you're good to go. And then what you guys can do is on this big knob here, depending on where you're at, you can spin this around if you want to point it that way, if you want to point it this way, if you want to point it up. You can go any direction you want and give this knob a turn, and you're locked in. And then, of course, obviously, with these quarter-turn leg locks, you guys can also, you know, extend this up to get it up out of the grass. And that's the main thing that guys were telling me. They said, man, I don't have anything to get my collar up out of the grass. If you're hunting in wheat stubble, something like that, it's nice to kind of elevate that and then be able to pick exactly where you want to point it at. All right, guys, now we're taking a look at the Lucky Duck. This is a Lucky Duck Revolt. So if you guys are running a Lucky Duck Revolt, as you know, your Lucky Duck Revolt comes with a little small tripod that gets it about that far off the ground. So on top of your tripod is this little adapter plate with a magnet on it, right? So what you can do is you can take your Arca Plate that comes with your tripod, you can screw that into there, so you'll attach the Arca Plate there, and then this goes into the bottom of your Lucky Duck Revolt. And there we go. Okay, so that will clip into there, tighten down your Arca clamp, and then the same way. And the cool thing about the Lucky Duck Revolt is now you have your magnetic plate, which is the means of the Lucky Duck Revolt swiveling. So you guys can get this up. And one thing that I found with the Lucky Duck Revolts is if you don't have the Lucky Duck Revolt perfectly level, so let's say you're sitting on the uneven ground with your tripod and you don't level it out, whenever it spins, it does kind of one of these numbers where it's up in the air on one side and it's pointing down at the ground on the other side. So the nice thing about this is you guys can get this perfectly level, tighten it down, and then that's going to make a nice perfect 360. All right, so on your spotting scope, pretty much every single spotting scope you guys are going to find is going to have a stud on the bottom of it. So once again, we're taking our Arca Plate here and we're going to screw it into that stud. You guys can obviously see, as I mentioned, it's nice to have an Arca Plate for each one of your accessories, so you don't have to bounce it back and forth. But yeah, so once that's in there on your spotting scope, same thing, guys. Going to attach here, screw in here, and then you guys have a nice portable stand for your spotting scope. Once again, you can go up and down. This would be nice if you guys are backpacking and you want to be able to set up to look at animals across the way. Just a light, simple way, because as you know, when you're looking through spotting scopes and you're looking out, hundreds of yards or even thousands of yards, when you're looking through there and trying to rest, you almost have to have some type of stable base. So that's how you guys would attach the spotting scope to the Scout. All right, guys, now I want to talk to you about the adaptability of the Scout and your weapons, okay? So today I just have an AR that has our Arca Plate on the bottom of it, but you can honestly do this with anything that has an Arca Plate on it. I've had guys, they're actually talking about outfitting their shotguns for turkey hunting with an Arca Plate so they can use this out turkey hunting. But so the cool feature of this, guys, this is adaptable to Arca, so you're clipping in here, right? And what we've done is we've made this so once you're in here, I mean, you could use this as a mount, 100%. You could be sitting down in a chair and use this as a stand. It's not going to be as sturdy as the Warrior tripod or any of our other tripods, but it is an option. But one cool feature is if you have this attached to your shotgun and you're backpacking through the woods, you can literally take this thing, fold it up here and here. So I realize that looks kind of like a big and bulky, but if you're walking through the woods and you have this on a sling of some sort, it's going to be a nice option. If an animal comes out, you're down here, you're extending out, and you're on your animal. So that's there's going to be other ways you guys can adapt this to your shooting style, but definitely having this tripod for a weapon mount option is going to be huge. Finally, guys, we're taking a look at bino mounts. These have become extremely popular in the hunting industry, and pretty much all of them are going to come with some type of Arca Plate on the bottom. But if not, you guys can take our Arca Plate and attach it to the bottom of it. And same thing, guys. This will click in here, tighten it up, and then you have like I said, you have the adaptability here to make this ball loose. You can sit here and you can look around. Or if you get it fixed on something that you want it fixed on, let's say you're at a PRS event and you have a tabletop or a picnic table or something that you're sitting at, you can sit here and glass through it. Guys, I appreciate you stopping and checking out our new tripod. Just like any of our other tripods, we're super excited about it. We put a lot of thought into our tripods. Whenever we bring a tripod to the market, we try to bring a tripod to the market that's something that we personally would reuse, and this is something that we kept reaching in our bag for that we didn't have. If you guys are interested in buying this tripod, you can get it at warriortripods.com, or you can go to warriortripods.com and click on the top and go to our dealer locator, and you guys can find a local dealer. Maybe you have a dealer close to you, and you can pick it up from there as well. Appreciate you guys.